Welcome back. Now take a look at your list and go back and put a check mark next to those things that you have complete control over, that completely rely only on you. And then circle those things that you have no control over. This is a critical distinction because the things you have no control over take up a lot of that mental real estate. We often have at times gravitating to them because they're important to us, or maybe someone else is in control of the process, and it really eats away at our ability to stay focused and productive. So circle those items that you have no control over, and then you have a choice. You can choose to let it go. Choose to just let go and not put any time or energy into that. And you'll be amazed at how often this creates a change in the situation for you. Those things that you did put a check next to that you are in control of, you're now going to want to go back and you're going to want to prioritize them, starting with number 1 being the most important, number 2 the second most important, and go down that list of all your check marks, putting a 1, 2, 3, or 4 all the way down until they're all gone. And then next to it, you also want to put a dash with the time frame. How much time is it going to take you to complete that task? It might take a couple hours. It might be only 15 minutes. But the whole concept here is that you take the most important thing that you have to do, and you do it first. Now, this allows you to give your undivided attention to something with no interruptions, and you just focus. This is really the key, is that when you take number 1, you're going to do it first, and you're not going to allow any interruptions. No interruptions. Stay focused. Discipline yourself to stay on it. Sometimes it's good to start with one of the smaller, shorter tasks, 15, 20, 30 minutes, so you can just really get good at staying focused, especially if you're someone who has a tendency to multitask a lot. You can always remember you're focusing here on progress, not perfection. You can always go back later and improve it later. We just want to move processes along and get to getting productive and getting things done. Now, some of the things on your list might be big projects as opposed to tasks. So at a later time, you might need to go back and actually phase out that project to where you actually have a project folder and you're saying phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. And then these phases are the things that you're putting into your brain dump. That way you're having smaller chunks that are allowing you to get these things accomplished. When it comes to being more productive, start to take a look at the rituals in your life. Few people realize just how powerful rituals are at conditioning our responses to stimulus in the world. As a social scientist, I've studied hundreds of cultures, and rituals are a part of every culture. But you have to design them because oftentimes you'll be ritualizing failure, and we've been conditioned to do this, and it often leads that we even ritualize stuck emotions. We want to do the opposite. When you complete your task, celebrate. Take a few minutes to just really celebrate. Say yes, or put your hands up in the air. Move your body. Use your physiology to really get tied into your body, to your mind, and to your emotions that you had some progress. This allows you to attract, your brain is automatically attracted to feeling good and success and celebrating. So by attaching success to your brain, what happens is you're pulled in that direction. Eventually, you're going to want to create 2 or 3 success rituals that you can use consistently to focus your mind and energy. This is something we'll cover at length in future videos. But the power of these success rituals is that when you slip in execution, focus, and being good to yourself, and you know you will, we all do, these success rituals bring us back and allow us to shrink the space. This is what I call a very interesting concept. We all have a way of procrastinating, engaging in avoidance or coping behaviors, and we realize that this is a choice, but there's something going on very deep in our soul, which really has to do with fulfilling a human need. And so rather than beating ourselves up or staying in this space of dysfunction for a long period of time, and I don't really like the label of dysfunction, but rather than staying in this space for a long period of time, what's important is to shrink the space, to go there and realize that there's a need going on in your life and that you want to be able to connect with that need, connect with yourself so that rather than being there 3 days or 2 weeks, you're only there for a couple hours or maybe a day, and then you're back on your game because you have some success rituals that are pulling you back to the things that are important to you and allowing you to be productive. You want a fulfilling life. You want massive results. By taking time to address the internal chaos that society creates in us, you get good at creating less chaos within yourself. You were born to be a success. I believe in you, and I believe in your dreams, and I know that you can become the person that makes them come true. You have to just get good at being productive. I'm Mark Allen Grainger. Chief Motivational Officer of Grainger Leadership Institute and founder of the Innovative Leadership Network. And I'm proud to serve you with heart. Now be awesome.